Alrighty. I went out and bought myself a camera. And it's no simple camera. It is a 12K Ursa Mini Pro from Blackmagic. And I bought 3 of these in a studio I created in Dubai. And I was so happy with them. I know they're overkill, but you know what? These things, you've got so much more room to play with. You can record, not frame exactly how you want it, and it'll work because you can crop in. It's awesome. Anyways, I love it, and I was testing out green screen with it and running at 120 frames per second, and it is spectacular. So let me get this baby out of the box because, oh, and by the way, this is an OLPF model, so it's the newer model of the Ursa 12K. I know 12K is a little bit OTT, but you know what? I love it. So I've had this for about a week and I haven't actually unboxed it yet. But what you get is a introductory manual. You get a sticker, and this is DaVinci Resolve Studio, a full version. With every Blackmagic camera you buy, you get a full version of DaVinci Resolve. Okay? This is, what, $300 US? That's awesome. The camera itself, let me tell you, the price of this camera is not much more than buying yourself a DLSR camera. Okay? So let me take this all apart because I want to show you what's in this baby. Okay? Look at that. Look at that. That's it. That's what you get. It's considered a box camera. It is, it's not light and it's big, but you know what? For what it costs, it is a brilliant camera. I love it. So as I was saying, I bought 3 of these for a studio I built in Dubai, and I was so happy with them, I decided to buy one for myself. So what do I do with it? Well, we'll see. But, okay, we get a AC power adapter and looks like a control unit wire. Not even sure, but this is it. This is your power supply. No, you don't. You have to get your own kettle plug, which is fine. I think I have thousands of them. I get them everywhere. So this camera needs proper lenses, cinema lenses. This is a cinema camera. So it has now been approved for Netflix, meaning that you can now film with this camera and use it on Netflix. That is spectacular. So I am going to, oh wait, you see the issue with this, right? There's no lenses. Those are coming soon. But this was the main piece of equipment. You can buy all of the attachments, but you've got lots of attachment possibilities here, and there's a lot of people that make third-party parts for this camera, like Small Rig and Tilde and stuff like that. But without a lens, this camera is just a box. So I think this is, yes, this came standard with a PL mount, but I've got another box. That's right. I have another box here. Okay. I bought the EF mount for this camera, meaning I can basically swap out the bayonet on the camera here and put on an EF mount, which means that you can put in just about any lens into this camera. You can buy other versions of the bayonet, but I just bought the EF because that's the most popular one. And essentially, you need to put this on. There's directions and everything on how to do it, but this is the main unit. I have no lenses at this point, but one thing I'll say about lenses, and I've researched this a lot, is you need to spend just as much. Like this camera now sells for, well, it always did, but it sells for $7,000 US, roughly speaking, at the time I recorded this video. But you can't buy a camera for this kind of money that does what this does. This has SDI out in. It has multiple audio inputs. You've got audio controls. You've got shutter. You've got even a ND filters built in. This thing, as much as it's a big box, is awesome. And I've done hours, I mean days and days of recording with this thing, and it is awesome. It is super cool. So I look forward to setting this up and showing you what I'm going to do with this at home. Yeah, this is for me at home. Crazy, eh? But hey, I was told I was crazy building a studio with 12K cameras. But look, the point was that the cameras are way beyond the resolution needed for a TV studio. But you never have to buy new cameras. They're there for the future. You can use them to create feature films. You can pop them off. There's a shoulder mount kit, which I'll probably get, and you can throw it on your shoulder. But also the quick release from the shoulder mount sits in the studio camera or in the tripod at the studio, and it's so easy to maneuver around. This thing I used for 3 years now. And 3 years I used it ritually, recording tons and tons and tons of stuff, all sorts of things. I used EF lenses. The budget for the studio was very small, so we could not afford any super cool lenses. So I used just EF normal DSLR lenses, which are relatively inexpensive, meaning they're about $1,000 each. Which isn't a lot when you come to cinema lenses, or glass as it's called. But I went out and I went all out, because I went out and bought a set of lenses, which is what I'm going to save for my next video. So look forward to using this, and hopefully I can give you guys some advice on what you guys want to use in the future, depending on what you're trying to film. But this is my play camera. This is what I'm going to use at home, and this is what I'm going to use for fun. So keep in touch. See what happens. This little baby is essentially the bayonet. Okay, this replaces this, and this becomes an EF mount. It comes with all the shims and everything else. There's a lot of bits and pieces inside. Maybe show you what's inside afterwards. Actually, when I go to put it on the camera, I'll show you. In fact, actually, I think I've got a video where I put the EF mounts on all of the 3 cameras at the studio. So I'll show you that video, or at least try to put it together for you. Okay, so enjoy. I'm going to have fun with this thing. Okay, take care.